We will call the meeting of the Unionville Historic District and Properties Commission Thursday, October 5th to order, please. We will start with the public hearing for the Certificate of Appropriateness presented by Daniel Germano.
Yeah.
Bob,
do you want to read the notice, or do you want me to?
If you would, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could sit right there, yeah.
Yeah.
Town of Farmington, Unionville Historic District and Properties Commission. Notice is hereby given that the Unionville Historic District and Properties Commission will hold a hybrid, in-person and online public hearing on Thursday, October 5th, 2023, at 7 p.m. in the Town Hall Council Chambers on the following application. Daniel Germano, application for certificate of appropriateness to install benches and Little Free Library boxes in the Unionville gazebo, Clover Piney Park, lot 8626, Fair Street, Unionville. The parties are encouraged to participate in this hybrid public meeting. Participation in person is at 1 Monteith Drive, Town Hall, Town Council Chambers, or online participation is via the link to the meeting on the Town of Farmington's website as presented. A copy of this proposal is on file in the Planning Department at Town Hall, Farmington, Connecticut, and may be accessed on Farmington's official website as presented. Dated at Farmington, Connecticut, September 14th, 2023, Unionville Historic District and Properties Commission, Lisa Johnson, Chair.
Are we being recorded?
Yes.
Right, Daniel.
So, my name is Daniel Germano, and I'm a freshman here at FHS, and I'm also like a member of Troop 170. I'm a Life Scout, and I am working towards completing my Eagle rank requirements as of now, and I've completed all the prerequisites up to the community project, and I'm here to present like the community project to everyone for approval. So yeah, it's at the gazebo. I'm going to be adding 7 benches and 2 Little Free Libraries on each side. You know the gazebo, it's like this with the staircase. Yeah.
There you go, we got your presentation there, that'll, yeah, no, that works. There we go.
So this, like, the Unionville gazebo, and we've made measurements about the Unionville gazebo, so we know how big the benches are going to be. I should probably grab my slides here, props. The benches are going to be used with 2x4s, 2x4s that are 8 feet, 99.729 inches. It's going to be 7 of them in a ring around the gazebo in sort of an octagon, but of course the staircase is going to be left untouched. This is what the 2x4s are going to look like. It's going to be a row of 4 of these along these with little spaces and gaps, and it's not going to be this. This was just extra. And it's gonna be like fully enclosed. It's gonna have little gaps where the electrical outlets are, because on the posts around the gazebo there are electrical outlets, and it was recommended by the carpenter that I'm working with that we have little gaps instead of full like gaps, because someone could get their legs stuck in there, and it prevents that. Measuring was done, yeah. Gazebo area with Little Free Libraries. I can just show it up there. This is what it's going to look like with the Little Free Libraries over there. And we're going to be using there was a recommended roof tile that we were recommended by the town. It's not on there, but I can look for it if you are interested. And for the bench, the wide seating space would be 14.75 inches. The height of the seat would be 18.5 inches. The existing gazebo railing would double serve as sort of a back to the bench, so it'll be right up there against like the previous railing, and seats will be stained in gray. Any of these gray, I can pass these around if anyone wants to see. I was recommended gray graphite because it can be used as like a stain and a paint. And when I went to Home Depot to get these, the space that remains between the space that remains between the seats will still provide ample room in the gazebo for events like the concert. There'll still be enough room and space in there. I already stated the space for the electrical outlets. Why 2x4 for benches? The 2x4 provides, first off, visually appealing. It's a visually appealing design for a bench seat, because it is what you usually see now. And it's stronger than just a single board, because this is 2 inches thick. And if a board breaks, then it's more difficult to be replaced, or like, these are more difficult to be damaged. A single board, it's hard to replace, it's hard to, because you have to take out the whole board. If a 2x4 gets damaged, you can just take out that singular 2x4. It allows for, so there's little spaces in between the 4 in the rows, and it allows for rainwater and any water that gets there to just fall out already, and it's less expensive. So for the little free libraries, the units will be made out of wood and front glass in the wood frame. Oh, sorry.
No, that's not.
There will be, little free libraries will be like at the end of each entrance, and I think I said that at first they were going to be down the stairs, but that was switched to on these benches.
Mm-hmm.
And the measurements are 32.63 inches for the side, as you can see there, and it's 22 inches wide. And I had the 2 little free libraries, could be, one of them could be kids' books and teens' books, and the other side could be adults' books. It'll just provide more of an array for books there. And we will register the little free libraries with the World Little Library Association, and they have an app, and it'll get assigned a unique registration to it, both of the little free libraries, and access to locating it will be available for anyone. And on the sides of the little free libraries, we are going to be putting, like some historic paintings, like for sides. So the sides are going to be painted. So these are some of the trolley, the suburban park walkway, electrified fountain, and the flying horse carousel. These are primarily what they might be. We do have more things, the cafe and dance hall at Suburban Park, and these are important because it's historical to Farmington to have these painted on the sides. It's to Unionville, and it's important. And there's installation of solar power lights around the perimeter of the gazebo. It's not gonna have much light pollution. It's not gonna bother any neighbors, and it'll go on and off on time of day, like based off the time of day. The benefits of the project: outdoor classes could be held by Union School teachers, maybe a little field trip. For an example, there was a Girl Scout project near West District. This is unrelated to Union School, but some of the teachers take little field trips to just educate historically, because there's a historic house there. And they can exchange a book there if they take field trips. It can also be a destination for residents of the Farmington or Unionville communities. The Little Free Libraries might increase interest in book reading, increase collaboration in creating good, readers in our town. And I don't see many Little Free Libraries around, so Little Free Libraries in the center of Unionville could be very beneficial. The gazebo will be a destination of sorts for people to eat lunch, relax, and read. And I'm sorry. So in order for me to put everything in, I'm requesting repairs for the, gazebo. And I was told that you can provide the town can provide the, I'm sorry, I keep stuttering.
No, you're doing great.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah,
That the town can provide materials for it. And, yeah, any questions?
I have a question. I love the little libraries. My question is, are they going to be weatherproof? There going to be a door on it?
Yeah, there's gonna be a glass door that people can look in, plexiglass door, that people can look in, and they'll see the books in there, and it'll be openable.
Yeah.
And plexiglass is, it's hard to break.
I mean, I guess I'm just concerned about vandalism. Library, I love the idea, but I don't know if I trust everyone walking by to just read a book or add a book.
It's a popular, program.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And maybe you can explain how it works. Just assume we don't know anything about the little libraries, so explain how that works.
So it's sort of a trust system where you trust that someone will put a book in there and take a book out of there. And I don't think that that vandalism will be a huge problem, and the plexiglass will be easily replaceable, and it can't be broken easily. So the glass wouldn't shatter.
Yeah, that's excellent. So you ready for questions?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Let's start, Matt, can we start at your end with you?
No questions.
No questions? Okay. Barbara, more questions?
No, that's...
No? Bob?
I'd like to know who the suppliers are.
Suppliers, the town said that they would
Talking about the materials to repair it right now, or the materials for this?
Oh.
Okay.
So I can answer the repairs question.
Yeah.
So, Daniel had reached out to, staff, regarding repairs to the gazebo. The town offered to, offer any materials for replacement. Any materials would be sourced by the town and run by the chair to make sure it's a like-for-like replacement. It's touching up materials. It's not replacing all the railings or anything like that.
Mhm.
Like trim, I think it was trim pieces and some flooring,
Yeah.
so anything would be run by the chair, for
Okay.
approval, at least for repairs to the gazebo.
Does that include any repainting or?
It does need a good paint job.
Sorry. If it's,
That's why you're doing all this work, and then I'd hate to see it
Right,
just go down the
right.
drain, because
you could
it's
just
never,
say to us
That's
yes or no.
properly painted and stained and...
I don't know about the paint, I can
Yeah,
find out.
okay.
it's not your fault. It's just,
Yeah.
it's been
Yeah.
neglected for a while.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Um,
That helps. Thank you. Go ahead, Robinson.
For the materials for,
What about
Yeah.
your project?
The materials for my project, we would be buying from Home Depot, and that actually segues right into, funding. I'm gonna be funding by posting the project maybe on Facebook, Instagram, and asking for people to like donate. The project in total would be about $2,000, and and people are, I should probably go up. People could get little plaques of their name on the benches, like there,
Oh, yeah.
across the benches, if they donate. They could do it in memory of a family member, they can do it for their family, they can do it for themselves. And the plaques could be silver or gold, depending on what the town may think suits it better. And there's 7 benches, 2 little free libraries. So for each object of the project, it's about $222.
In each bench, and
Each,
$222 per bench.
Benches and two.
and 2 free libraries.
Oh, got it, okay.
My apologies for stuttering.
You're not,
You're not.
No.
apologize for that. You're doing fine.
You picked 18.5 inches high on the benches? Why did you pick that?
Because that is the required amount for public benches, and also there's the required amount of 14.75 for like 14.75 width of the bench in total.
Well, we're talking little kids here, so I'm just curious if they're gonna have any problems getting up and down.
Because 18 inches is a foot and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Standard bench height is 18 to 20 inches. So it is designed to fit within the gazebo.
So this fits code as well?
Yes.
Yeah, great, okay.
How long is this project gonna take?
I need to wait for, of course, the town's approval and for, like, all the funding to be, like, all the necessary funding to be gathered and for also Scout's approval. So I'm hoping I could get it done maybe February, March, somewhere in spring.
What year are you in school?
I'm a freshman.
Oh, you got a lot of time.
We're not gonna slow you down.
No.
We're gonna keep them in town till it's finished. You got it?
I could have done it last year.
Wow.
Oh, good. Excellent.
Wasn't there a question about the lighting?
Yes, I've got that on, yes.
Yeah.
So my feeling that the lighting is not needed there. And I also think that the lights, because I have used several strings of these lights, they don't have a long life.
It was solar powered.
Yeah, but even the solar-powered ones don't. So I think that, and there are enough plugs within the gazebo so that I think eventually the town can put lighting in there. So I think that's something you could leave out of your project. And I think the major components of your project are the benching and the little library. So I think that's something
Well,
you
Christmas
should
time, the
leave
lights
out.
go up on there,
Well, that's true.
They're lit.
They put Christmas
but they're not
lights up.
solar.
Right, no, they're not. I think that's one thing you could leave out. What do you think?
The gazebo isn't ADA compliant, is it?
No.
There isn't a ramp. Is there room by that staircase to add a ramp?
No, and the height, you have to be back pretty far to get the slope. I think it's a 12-to-1 slope for handicap
Right.
ramps. So you have to be back, I think it's almost 2 feet tall.
Mm.
You have to be back pretty far.
You'd be
That's
across
not
the
your
street.
fault.
Yeah. Yeah, when was the gazebo built? Was that 1984? It was not old. Is that right, Daniel? Do you know?
I think it might be around that time.
Yeah, okay.
did, test it for lead just to make sure.
And it's okay. Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, well, she couldn't even touch the project without that, so.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's good to know. Oh, really? Okay.
I forgot to mention, I think Daniel had mentioned the roofing material for the Little Free Libraries. Town requested that it be cedar shakes to match the existing roofing
Oh,
at the gazebo.
perfect.
I forgot to
That's
mention
great.
that, I'm sorry.
That's a good idea.
Do you have more questions?
Just probably a Boy Scout question. Who would be your advisor?
Well, yeah. And other troop leaders.
Thank you.
All right, I have some questions. The benches, which you have indicated on your drawing as 99 inches wide, so they don't, it seems to me because of the plugs on the posts, and the posts extend out almost 4 inches from the railing itself. Yeah, you could see it there, the way they poke out. Seems to me it would be best, rather than doing a full circular bench, to do separate benches that
Yeah.
expose the posts cleanly, so that it would be easy for people to plug in whatever they need to plug in.
Yeah.
So you may want to, I think you need to remeasure that. I was thinking it'd be like 90 inches, but it may even be a little bit shorter than that, because the edges of the benches then kind of come out on the angles, and they cantilever in, so.
Yeah, I actually touched on this. They are separate benches around,
Okay,
and there's little gaps, like, that you can't get your leg stuck in. Mainly, the reason that they're so close together is because we don't want, like, a leg to get stuck in of, like, a small child, because otherwise, that could be a safety hazard. And there's still room, as you can see, for the plugs around the posts. We did take that into account.
so is it, you feel that it will be fairly easy for someone to reach down from the top
Yeah.
and lift the cap off and plug in something?
Yeah, I should have measurement pictures of that. It has good access to electrical outlets.
I understand, someone from your office or someone from the town is going to go over the measurement of the
Yes.
benches, just to kind of ratify or help to
Yeah.
refine that. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Those outlets are important. Okay, great. Now, the benches should be screwed into the floor. They shouldn't, it seems to me, from a safety point of view, they shouldn't be freestanding, although I think they'll be heavy.
They're not gonna be
They're gonna be-
freestanding.
So they're going to be screwed into the floor. Great, okay, good. I think that the little, just looking at when you're at the base of the stairway that goes up into the gazebo, you clearly see the posts on either side of the staircase. It seems to me it'll be aesthetically more pleasing if the little libraries are within that post and not right behind that post. Because I think that, you know, you're gonna look up and you're gonna see the posts, and then you're gonna see these fairly sizable little libraries, which, it's a good size for the little libraries, but if they're within the post, I think it'll look a little bit more pleasing. You'll be able to actually see the shapes of the libraries and say to yourself, there's something interesting up there. But if they're hiding behind the posts, I'm afraid that people are gonna look up and it'll be visually confusing. So when you go back to remeasure, think about putting the little library on the inside of the post, not on the outside, because that's where the stairs are, but on the inside. That's gonna shorten that bench, those two benches, a little bit more, but I think it'll be worth it for the,
That makes
yeah,
sense.
okay. So I'm glad to hear about the repair, part of this project. That's great, because I think that, there are two things with the railing that you're gonna put the benches up to. I think those railings need to be cleaned and repainted before the benches go in, because once the benches go in, you know, we're not gonna be able to reach that when they're painted. So if those were cleaned and painted first before the benches go in, I think it'll just make everything look a lot better. And long-term, it would just be better for the entire structure.
Yeah, and touching on repairs, the town was granted $500,000, and by the Small Town Economic Assistance Program, and it's state managed, and it's for economic development, community conservation, and quality of life projects. So I do think that that does apply to my project at the gazebo. I think that does apply towards it.
Good, excellent. So he's planning to go back to the town, say, you know, he's really not capable of fixing that stuff.
Yeah.
He's 14 years old, so
Yeah.
it really is his town's responsibility to make sure no one gets hurt there. And he has photographs of how bad the damage is.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
town needs to get behind it and they need to fix it.
yeah, absolutely. Good, great.
If you want to see those photographs, you know, certainly, he has them on this.
I have them on this.
Good.
Yeah.
This is the color?
The modern.
Yeah, and there's,
Is this gonna match the floor?
We're gonna be painting it,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
we're gonna be painting the floor.
Yeah, but it's going to be the same color on the benches.
You are gonna be painting the floor? No, you mean it's part of this, agreement, the town agreement, okay.
Hoping for.
Okay, got it.
And I also have other shades of colors, if if you would like to see those, if you want me to change that color.
Gosh. I mean, it needs to match the floor as closely as possible, right? So,
The idea was
it's
that if
gonna
you
be the
can work
same.
with the town and you decide that specific color is better than others, you can bring that to the town and say, this is what they thought would be better.
I see, so starting from the bench to the floor now.
Correct.
Great.
But the floor is, it needs complete repaint.
Yeah, I actually have pictures, there's holes in the floor, and that, visible holes, huge ones,
Yeah.
and they do need, here's the photographs, right,
Give them this.
yeah. Oh, where can I?
Oh, there you go. Sorry, we keep forgetting we have technology.
I should probably,
Find which one it is.
Oh, I'm gonna get to the
So you're actually saying that whatever floor color is, that's what the benches are going to be?
yeah, and I'm gonna be, I hope that the town would paint the same color.
They would match, yeah.
Match.
So Danny was saying that if there's one of these rays that we particularly like for the bench, then we get to determine what the floor color is.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I don't think we're the ones to make that decision.
Yeah, in most cases,
Right.
Public Works would decide based on what paint.
You're right about that. Yeah, we're not supposed to. We actually love color here, but it's not in our purview, that's
Yeah,
right.
we're not qualified for
That's
this.
right, we're not qualified to do
Right.
color, that's right.
Here's some pictures of the holes.
Well, almost looks like they need a complete new floor.
No, it doesn't,
No.
it's just patching, yeah.
And
To
some
me, it
of those
looks,
little things on top, we didn't take that photo, but, you know, little things.
there's one
on top.
missing,
One
yeah.
missing, another one is broken, almost gone.
Okay.
It's not something a 14-year-old has the ability to do.
No.
But this also must have been, I'm thinking they were standard off the shelf. I don't know for sure, but.
Could be, yeah.
I had two more things, if I could just, okay, one is, when you're outside the gazebo, looking up at the railing that will be behind your benches, seems to me it would be best to paint the back of the benches white, so that, people are gonna be able to see through that lovely railing, the white line, but I think it would be jarring if it were gray. If it's white, I think it's gonna blend in a little bit more, so, that's one thing. And then the other thing is the paintings on the sides of the little libraries, those are, it's gonna be a challenge for your artist, because it's going to be, what, about 15 inches deep to fit the width of the seating?
14.
14.
Go to, Adobe.
I have a little bit of update on that if you guys want to hear it.
Yeah, the only thing I'm thinking is that, I think that your artist who, it's wonderful that you've got someone to do this, free of charge, but I think we need to have a clearer idea of what those paintings are going to look like before we approve those. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There too, I would recommend possibly looking at some plexiglass to put over those paintings after the fact, to protect the painting itself, not only from weather, but also from potential damage.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So we increased your, money budget.
I can speak for everybody to say that this is a great project.
Yeah.
Really wonderful, wonderful
Mhm.
project.
Have you talked to, the school about this?
No, I have not.
Just wondering what their interest was in the project itself, whether they'd be interested in going out there as soon as possible to take their kids out there. See it happening, yeah.
Yeah, because like, there's already a similar situation with West District School,
Mhm.
where there was a Girl Scout project on the back of, you know, how there's like a house near West District?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes there's, what's it, field trips there.
Yeah, the land trust
Land
building,
trust,
yeah,
Mhm.
that's great. Wonderful.
Beehive, I think, right?
Yeah, the beehive, and
Beehive Hotel.
it'll be done, it'll be complete in a couple of months, which is great.
The other two elementaries have little free libraries that, one of the schools was donated by a teacher that was retiring. So it's common around the elementary schools. Union is one that does not have one at this point.
Yeah,
Ah.
that's great. They're
Mhm.
wonderful.
Kind of
Who would be
be
doing the
for
painting?
theirs, yeah.
Just people who are able to do the painting.
Oh, are you, I'm sorry, are you talking about painting of the benches or painting of the,
The gazebo.
The libraries.
Oh,
the library? Yes.
Oh, yes, that's right, thank you, Bill.
actually, so Catherine Powell, and she's an artist, and she's gonna be doing them for free of charge.
Good for her.
And she'll be copying from the photographs.
Yeah.
She's a student at Kutztown University. She's a wonderful artist.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Well, it was an excellent presentation. Do we have any more questions for, Daniel? Oh, Kelly, I'm sorry. Do you have any questions for Daniel?
I don't, can you hear me?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, there you are.
Oh, you can. Okay, I didn't think my audio was working. I'm sorry. No, I don't. It's an excellent project. I had questions that have already been addressed. It was around the position of the libraries and also the lights. So I'm
Mhm.
good. Thank you.
Great, thanks.
Public comment?
And public comment? Would you like to speak? Yes.
I live across from the gazebo on Elm Street. My name is Jacqueline. My concern is the lights. I love your project. I think it's wonderful. I lived there for over 35 years, and I know that the foot traffic at night is minimal at best in the immediate neighborhood walking their dogs, because the sidewalks are bad. Nobody goes out walking at night, and there's very poor lighting. Gazebo lighting won't improve that, so I don't think you're going to get adults needing lights at the gazebo. What I'm concerned about are teenagers gathering. I have to preface that by saying I've taught teenagers, so I'm not anti-teen. I love them, yeah.
I'll admit, we're not the best bunch.
They are, but when you saw the damage on the gazebo, there is skateboarding, there. I've seen bikes ridden from the top stair, jumping off and, what you call it. Kids stand on the upper rail and chase each other around. They're not bad kids.
No,
But I don't think you want
I
them
would
there
do
at
it.
night. If you did want unsupervised groups of kids at night, you wouldn't have two people supervising the teen center every time it's open. You let the kids just, go there and hang out. So I think the lighting for me is a problem, and it's not the lighting that I see in my house. At night I draw my drapes and I don't see it, and I love the Christmas lights. I think it's a waste of money, and I agree with you when you said they don't last very long, that even good solar lights, we've had to put in recently for a wedding, and they were already breaking down, so, and they were expensive. But the lighting is my big concern. I would like to see that go. But if you want to talk about aesthetics, you're in a carnival-like look, which I don't think is something that we face in that particular. The rest of it is wonderful. When I moved in, Clover Penny had a bench dedicated to her with a big plaque on it. Down, I think, in a storm when a tree fell on it, and it damaged it. Doing is admirable. As an English teacher, I love the idea of the little free library. My only other question had to do with maintaining the little free library. I would love it if I knew that somebody's going to check in once in a while to make sure the kids' books are kids' books, and I'm totally against, I don't want censoring, I don't want book banning, I just want to make sure that you don't put, 50 Shades of Grey in the kids' library, So somebody has to check in every now and then just to make sure books are, good for you.
Can I answer that one for you? We need a first church of Christ, really down the street, so, just like we do with the project up in Suburban Park, this would be something that we can check and we can add more books. Daniel has collected a good number of books from both the adult side. There you go.
There you go,
So
yeah.
we're hoping people would do both, replace and add, as well as take. But a lot of times they just want to take and keep, and that's fine too. There's enough books out there, we can just keep putting it in.
And I don't think you'll have a problem because the foot traffic, going to school and coming home is beyond comprehension. Dozens and dozens of people walking. There are nursery schools that walk their kids in a little line, and I'm sure they will love to take part in that and use the benches. They do sing-alongs or something. They usually sit in the grass. Benches instead. I think you've got a great project. It's awesome if we get.
Thank you, Jacqueline. That's great. Any other public comments? Family members, all family, okay.
Here for support.
Oh, okay. Oh, very nice. Very nice. No
Oh,
problem.
you did an excellent job.
Yeah,
Thank you.
very good.
Thank you. Thank you for listening to my proposal.
The only thing I would say is, check with Stanford and Hawley, and I know, at least when I did my Eagle Scout project, it was a long time ago, but, Forestville Lumber gave a discount for Eagle Scout. It might be better to go with the yards, they might give you.
Very supportive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much.
One gray in mind, just in case.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. What's great?
We back to 50 Shades.
Other person here. This is the situation where you pick whites, you can't believe there's so many whites.
You're gonna have it on the floor also, so you think of that.
What do you like, Daniel? What do you,
Well, personally, it was not that one. It was this one. They look almost the same.
yeah, they
The
do.
gray graphite, I should probably turn these all around.
Thank you for coming.
They want to get away.
That was what was recommended because it can be used as a stain and a paint.
Oh, but these two you said right here, or all of them? All of them?
All of them.
All of them can be a stain and paint?
The gentleman told us when we went to Home Depot that they can be used for whatever you guys want, whether it would be an exterior paint or exterior stain.
Crazy.
Have a question?
Yeah. So I know you said you wanted to move the library back a bit. Do you think that would, like, stop people from seeing that there's libraries there and approaching it? Or?
It's my feeling that they'll be more noticeable if they are moved, away from behind of the post.
Okay.
They'll just be more obvious. You'll be able to see them as little houses, and you may not know what they are. That will hopefully engage someone to come up the stairs and
So
look.
not on the post on the railing?
No,
they're
sits on
coming,
the bench.
they're coming out of the bench, they're coming out of the bench,
coming out of
but
Sits
to
on the
move
bench.
them inside the post,
We only had one worry with that, so the carpenter went with that because he said if we do them this way, that there is a little space, there's gonna actually be space that isn't created there, and kids are gonna try to sit, and if they sit there and go up, they're gonna hit themselves because of the way that the roof comes out. If you look at.
that's gonna happen no matter where
Like,
they
no,
are.
there won't be space there, you see, like, they can't really put their hiney over there if they do it that way. Because it's at the tail end of it, so, but if he moves it a little bit to the right,
Oh, no, I'm saying you shorten the bench.
Shorten the bench.
Right.
So it's going to be exactly as you have it here, except the,
I
yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah, shorten the bench.
so that was his concern, was like a
Sure, that makes total sense, but I think shortening, I mean, you lose a little bit of space, but I don't think you'd lose a lot.
there's enough, yes.
And that actually gives, just thinking, it gives you an opportunity perhaps to do something on the back of the little libraries.
I actually like the darker grays.
What color gray is it now, you don't know?
I don't know what it's called, but there,
Yeah.
The standard color.
yeah, I don't,
Whatever Public Works funds.
Right.
Right.
That's why I think, honestly,
Yeah,
I think
it looks
from that,
like a
from the color
battleship gray
standpoint,
there.
I think, depending on what, if the town is the one who's providing the paint, I think they'll end up going with,
Because the standard.
with something that they have in stock.
And then you'll match the stain to whatever it is the town puts down on the floor, and that's fine. Yeah. You know, there's that standard gray you get for painting your basement floor.
Right.
And I can't remember the name of it, but yeah.
That's what we're hoping for, is that with this new grant, Joe's grant, I think it came out yesterday, if I'm correct. We now, not only materials, but staff that probably knows real quickly how to fix these things. I don't think you need a total replacement of boards, I think you need to cut and paste kind of things, you know?
Absolutely.
It probably hasn't been painted in 30 years.
Yeah, I don't think it has been.
And that was a scout project back then, too.
The gazebo was a scout project?
They painted it,
Oh, the painting of it.
yeah.
Wow.
if the whole gazebo is a scout project, that would be big.
Wouldn't it?
It was. And there was only like 5 guys that did it.
Wow. Amazing, actually.
Nobody hoped they'd mount much.
Right, I think, any more comments or questions from the public? No? Daniel, I think we're good.
The teacher says that she likes.
Motion.
You like what, I'm sorry?
the project.
You like the project? It's a great project. Fabulous.
Excellent project.
Really excellent, well done.
You have to vote.
Yeah, all right. We are going to vote. You can stay right here if you'd like, Daniel. So, we do have some, caveats along with this vote. Did you write them down?
All right.
You can live without Garrett. Actually, let me go to mine. So,
Let's start with someone making a motion, and then I'll list everything, and then whoever makes the motion can agree with me or disagree with me. How about that?
okay.
Motion to approve the project with suggested
Changes.
operations, yeah.
All right. The changes were, to shorten the benches near the opening and move the Lowell-Free libraries inside. Remove the proposed patio lights. Final review of the paintings by the chair. Recommendation to cover the paintings in plexiglass to preserve them.
Right.
The roof of the Lowell-Free libraries to match the cedar shapes of the gazebo. painting the back of the benches white to match the railings. I think that was it.
That was it. And what was that?
The verification of the measurements for
verification.
accessibility to the outlet.
Verify measurements with,
Oh, the,
yeah, thank you.
right.
Yeah.
Should've kept that. All right.
Well, no,
Did you get that?
the back of the, it's the back of the bench white.
Yes,
painting
I
the
said
back
that
of-
one.
You did,
Yeah.
okay. Yes, right. I'm sorry, what did you say?
If he was gonna get it in writing, or should we?
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
no,
yeah.
no, you'll have it in writing, definitely.
Yes,
It's gonna be in
yeah,
our minutes,
yeah.
yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
That's why we
That's
keep
all I
them.
have. All right, so, everybody get that motion?
I'll second it.
And Bob will second it. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Did you say aye?
Abstentions? None? All right, the motion passes. Congratulations, we're very excited. Thank you.
You'll get
Great
minutes and
project.
approval letter from
Yes,
us when
yes.
I'll probably do it tomorrow or Monday, but you'll get them by email from me, don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I have a question that's kind of this and outside of this. So do you want him to write another letter in regards to the request for the repairs? Or is it something you're gonna bring to him from here?
I would have it come from you guys. Let me, check with our economic development director, because she's probably the one that
Thank
applied
you.
for the, grant. I don't know if it's a general grant or if it's for a specific project. I'll check with her about that, but it's best to, you know.
Yeah, okay, he'll just go back and rewrite it. It looks based on what he read, and when we looked at it, that it's not just one item. Now, they obviously want to redo the sidewalks, but, you know,
Yeah,
this can't be that much money.
No, it's just sometimes.
Doing the approval.
Sometimes it's for like a specific project that we got the grant for, sometimes it's not, it's a general grant, and they, you know, like Ion Bank donates the money for all the mums and the Christmas,
Decorations.
yeah, decorations, I can't remember what they're called.
You and I are,
Yeah.
memory loss. Would it help to have a letter from this commission as well?
Yeah.
Thank you.
By the way, the scouts are the ones that decorate the gazebo.
Oh, do you really?
Oh,
okay. You're gonna be dreaming about the gazebo. Wonderful, okay.
Yeah, when you come back, be able to remember what you did here.
Yeah.
Timmy was here.
That was Tim.
That was Timmy. He just drove from Pennsylvania, from college. to be here for
to come back for this?
For this?
Whoa.
Wow,
That's fabulous.
That's
He's the
great.
one that did the,
Urban
Urban
Park,
Park.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I went up there and when we go there all the time, we pick up things, fix things as best as we can, but one of the signs is somebody really painted some nasty stuff on it, so.
That's what happens.
Yeah, it's sad, you know, and then the same kids come back later as adults and go, oh, that was really dumb. You know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We'll have to go in and take a look.
That needs more cleanup from the town too. Yeah. We've done the cleanup as best as we can, but they really need to come in and, some heavier equipment. All this work was done by him.
Yeah, it's hard. I think COVID and the pandemic kind of set everybody off a little bit, all coming back
during
now.
those years. Tim and I and the kids came, and we did it.
Depends on the weather too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, and we'll see you soon, and,
Very well. You do a really good presentation, and you speak very well, and you never have to apologize for missing a word, because we all do it.
Good luck on your project.
yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Thank you for listening to my proposal.
Absolutely.
Have a nice evening.
Thank
Right.
you. It was great to
Good
see
night,
you guys.
Running out of space already. We've got, what, 2 more spots?
Oh, my goodness. Bravo.
52.
COVID.
Wow.
Nothing
Wow.
else to do.
Nice to hear that with the golden side.
Yeah, there was something good, right, that came out of it. All right, thank you.
Thank
Good night.
you.
Thank you.
Have a nice night.
the time.
Yeah, oh, yeah, he does. He's fine.
finish the project?
Yep.
Yeah, he does, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well then let's move from the
But I
public
think he's the
hearing
kind of
to
kid who
our,
rushes. He wants, he picks a project, whatever it is, and he wants it.
let's review and approve our September 7th meeting minutes. All have a chance to go through them?
Are they up there?
Okay. I move to accept the minutes. Seconds?
Any edits or changes?
I don't think so.
All in favor of the minutes, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Abstentions, no? Okay, minutes approved, excellent. All right, our other business this evening is the adoption of the 2024 meeting schedule, which,
Did I send it out?
Yep.
did you?
Okay.
May I peek
It's
at
not
you?
showing it through.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
So, you mentioned that you wanted to see painting,
Yeah.
but once she paints it, the painting will be painted.
She's got to figure out a way to give us a draft.
So,
Yep. So I'm sure she's going to do
Yeah, she does a, like a
draft
pencil
of some-
sketch,
yeah.
and you send it, like, I'm sure she'll draw it on there first before she paints it.
what kind of sketch do you do?
If she does like a pencil sketch,
Yeah.
and just take a picture of that and just email that over to me. I
So
can-
like, something like this, because this is on the piece of wood already. This is just a pencil sketch. Of course, this is very first draft.
Yeah, I would say a little bit more detail, shading, give us an idea.
And what, this is on some program that she does, this is not the way painting is gonna, and I've already told her it will not be red because there was no redness in here, so the coloring will be done. This is what they call a program that's called, this is not what it's gonna look like, but it's called a mock-up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it works, but it's basically, it's just to, like, fills in the colors to it, but the paint.
Yeah, and is it going to be colored, for example? If it is going to be colored, we need to have the colors on the draft, you know, it's,
Okay. Because it will be colored, but it will, she's doing it because, like, she didn't know that there was no red, that it was all grays.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so it will be that, so I'll have to, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't show the rest of you.
She'll understand what
This
that
is
means.
already on the wood.
Yeah, okay. Oh, already on the wood for the library?
Yes,
Okay.
it's already on there.
Oh, cool. That
We
was
have
good.
to, we cut it ahead, we send it to her because she's in Pennsylvania, so she's an art major.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So I'm donating all the
Yeah,
things.
just have her do that, email them over to me and I'll run them by,
Okay.
the chair.
And the coloring, so she'll do the mock, but that's not gonna be the final painting, because it's a computer doing it, so her painting is gonna, like, this is, you can see it's fuzzy, and that's not the way it's gonna be at the
Yeah,
end.
that's what a draft is.
So it's-
Yeah, a mock-up is,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Great, you bet. You're welcome. Thank you, you too. All right, so back to our 2024 meeting schedule. Did everybody have a chance to take a look at it?
I found no conflicts.
Yeah.
We did, I mean,
I think I ran the one conflict
we
I found
moved,
already,
can
so.
I just see it
Yeah.
again? Yeah, we moved,
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah, I think you did.
The October meeting.
Yeah, just by one of them, it was a little different.
Let me just look at Passover again. Passover, I thought we had moved.
Yeah, I thought I looked them all up.
No, Passover's very late next year. That, last year we moved it. Right. So it doesn't, yeah, no, it doesn't. Passover is actually on my birthday, the 22nd.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really late. And it's gonna be a little too hot for chicken soup, so. Okay.
Never too hard.
Would somebody like to make a motion to accept the schedule for 2024?
Yeah.
I make a motion that we accept the 2024 schedule meetings, or meeting schedule.
Great. Anybody like to second?
I'll second it.
Any edits, changes, conversation? All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Any nays, abstentions? No. Okay, we've got a schedule. Now, is there anything anybody would like to bring to the commission's attention?
COA for November.
Yeah, to the grapevine, Forget it.
I've got a full Google Slides presentation for you on top of it.
You're taking the chimney down? You're taking the chimney down, right?
Taking the chimney down and replacement of, it's a replacement of a window on the driveway side.
Yep.
We're going with like for like in terms of size, just updating the window. All the windows in the house currently are 1980s vintage Walter Hintz Company vinyl. I mean, they were the best technology at the time, not so much anymore.
They're historic now.
Yeah, so we'll let them remove them.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest things are the removal of the chimney, and the replacement of 2 doors with windows that match the rest of the windows, because for those of you that have been to the house, I've got 8 doors on the house.
I know, it's so darn
Yeah,
good.
so it's just, we wanna do it on the side where we're doing the kitchen renovation, but we're gonna do the other side for symmetry, and for the same reason, we don't need the extra door on the other side of the house, there's a couch sitting in front of it, so. Removal of, we've got a small kitchen window, existing kitchen window on that driveway side, which, again, depending on the definition of what's visible, I'm including it for now, because we're removing it as part of the kitchen renovation.
Yeah, just include it, that's great.
I've got pictures in there. We debated, I almost ended up emailing you today, because we were debating, we have a stained glass window that we got from Shalisa's grandmother, that she picked up on some trip and brought it home, and then had a window installed in her living room to fit the stained glass window.
No kidding.
And we talked about we were trying to work it into that driveway side to add light, and it just isn't working.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hang it in that window that we're replacing on the driveway side, and we had a discussion the other night, do we, alter the COA and go with just a standard single window, like a picture window almost? And we decided, no, we're sticking with a double hung, so that we can always open it for airflow. And we're still gonna hang it inside,
That's lovely.
so, yeah.
Yeah, I was
That's
at
a lot
somebody's
easier.
house this afternoon, and they have done that with it, and I meant to ask them the significance of the window, and it's the upper portion of a double hung window, so I don't know where it came from, but it really looks lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, very,
This will
very
hang
nice.
nicely, it's smaller than the size of the existing window, but it'll provide enough privacy between us and the neighbor, and provide that light coming through as the sun shines in the morning, so, yeah.
And when you bring the proposal, Matt, will you talk about I know you've done a lot of work, and some of it's speculative, but what the house was like originally when it was built?
I can, yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I have pictures of what the existing space looks like, and some proposed kitchen design images in there as well for the inside, just to set the context for what it is we're doing, but yeah, I can talk a little bit about the original.
Yeah, great.
The original, I'll update a couple slides in there.
You got till noon the day of the meeting.
I know.
See it. Yeah.
The one thing I forgot was to bring in the check tonight.
Oh, what?
Isn't there an application fee?
Yes.
No.
So, yeah,
No, there's
No.
a deposit for the sign.
I thought there was an application fee.
No.
Do we all chip in or something?
And we said no.
If there was a fee, though, we could go to dinner.
Actually, so what's
$200 for an
the other
application
board?
at the end of the
Yeah,
hour.
right.
Certified mailing, and for the historic district, we send them, to save money as well.
No, the other boards, they have to send out their.
Yeah, what the applicant has to send out a notice to everyone within 200 feet,
Yes,
and then for the historic districts, we send them out.
there you go. Another good reason to join the historic.
Great.
Nice, good. We'll look forward to that, Matt.
Yep, so if all goes well, we're hoping as soon as it's warm enough that we don't have to worry about the pipes freezing, demolition will start. John Sansone's gonna be doing the construction.
Oh, fabulous, you're in great shape
Oh, yeah,
then.
good.
Yep.
Who's doing the windows?
John,
He's great.
yeah.
You will find interesting things, and he will just,
Oh,
he's so wonderful to work with.
exactly. There are gonna be lots of little hidden things there that I want somebody that I trust can handle it.
Yes, and who will appreciate
Yeah.
what he finds, yeah, that's excellent. Well, we'll look forward to those stories too. That's great, really wonderful. Good. Is there anything else anybody else would like to, bring up, or have any questions for Garrett?
The Farmington Historic District will be holding a public hearing in November for an expansion report, for, 9 Waterville Road, the, State Historic Preservation Office. I don't know what it's called, just approved it, yesterday morning, at their meeting. So that's all, that's gonna be moving forward. They'll add another house to the Farmington Historic District. It just needs to go to town council, but that'll wait till, elections. Public hearing, so.
Good, good for them.
If, when you're taking things apart, you find any beams or anything with dates on them, take a picture.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a clapboard that's hanging in the barn that when I was doing some of the repairs during the painting project, exactly that. And I brought it out to the barn, it's just tacked up on the wall, so.
Yeah. Well, if we ever do a walking,
Yeah.
you know, thing, well, that could be in the
Yeah.
museum, you know. You would like that.
Else you'd like to tell us, Garrett?
All I've got.
You all got?
That's all
Good.
you've got.
It's a good meeting. I think we'll be busy with the gazebo for a while.
Yeah, he's
Anything you need
got a lot of
from
work
us
there.
in that project, please let us know. It does have a lot of work, but it's really wonderful. All right, well then I will call this, meeting closed. I think I'm supposed to get a motion for that, but. Thank you. Anybody?
You're gonna do
Motion.
the imperial, you want a
All in
motion?
favor? Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, there we go. Go home.
Thank you, everyone.
You don't have to discuss it.